Joshua will probably just dive right into the performance of Chelsea, and it was just a tough one. I know they were just coming out of a major fine that they paid over 20 million in euro in pounds. Yeah, yeah, if I'm correct, in pounds. Dating back to some of the transactions they did with Eden Hazard and a couple of other players. So I feel something is really wrong with the Chelsea camp because they're completely out of the top four the way it's going now. Last time I checked, it was looking like everything was going well. Then later, in fact, this match, it was a complete collapse for Caicedo and Enzo. The two of them did not, they were really overwhelmed by PSG, if you ask me. But just give us your 2 cents or what you think about what is really going on with Chelsea.
Yeah, so first of all, the fine was, I mean, that's something we expected, considering it was something that this Todd Bowley era they identified in their books and they self-reported it to the Premier League.
I think that's what reduced the punishment because
Yeah,
they
I
self
think
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
reduced
yeah,
and maybe even made them avoid a points deduction.
point deduction. Yeah.
But I mean, notwithstanding, it's still one of the highest like fines in terms of dollar amounts that we've probably seen in Premier League. So, but again, I mean, I think those are beside the point. Like that's really not the issue. The issue about this game really is the collapse we had from the first leg. That's really what put this tie to bed.
Yeah,
Always going to be a tall order to come back from a 3-2
facts.
loss against PSG and not conceding. Considering the morale is low. So that's three losses in a row now because they also lost the Premier League game after their first leg. And again, it was just I would say 5 minutes rush of blood to the head from the first leg. Like at 2-2, the game was balanced, right? Chelsea were in the game. Chelsea were controlling the game, having possession, playing out from the back, and that would what would eventually be the Achilles heel for Chelsea in terms of having to wanted to play from the back, and Jorgensen passed to Bakola who
Ola.
intercepted. And again, from there, you could tell it just went downhill, and you really can't do that in Champions League, similar to what happened to Newcastle in this second leg against Barcelona, of how you just they get that third goal, fourth goal, and all of a sudden it spirals down from then on. And this Chelsea team are not yet at that level where they can understand what is needed in a game, like smell the game, understand what is needed. It's not every time you need to pass. Like you get there are times when you can when it calls for it, but you see how Arsenal play. Like Arsenal have grown to that stage where they are now matured. They're
Okay,
they sometimes they will just allow you have the possession. Sometimes they will sit in. Sometimes they will dictate the play. Like they can sense what the game needs at a particular point in time. But Chelsea are not yet at that stage, and I think that was the problem with that first leg because I think the first leg could have ended 2-2, and the game in the balance, and we are probably not. They may have still lost the tie, but again, it might be respectful, and it's not a crisis like we're talking about now. It's just a shame to see how the season has now gone downhill, and now is a race to finish top four. Hopefully, I mean, thankfully, because of Liverpool, who are also faltering, there might still be a chance for top four, or maybe even if you have five teams in Champions League. But I think the season is over right now. We're just trying to get as much points as we can get on the board and try to prepare for next season.